The D-Clan is easily one of the most mysterious groups in all of One Piece, spanning different races and enduring the test of time. This clan is crucial to the overall story of One Piece, and Oda has made the previous and the future Pirate King both members of this mysterious clan. The D-Clan has always had a way of leaving their mark on history, and changing the world in one way or another. Gold D. Roger starting the Great Pirate Era, Monkey D. Garp helping Roger at God Valley, Portgas D. Rouge giving birth to Portgas D. Ace, who saved Monkey D. Luffy, not once, but twice, Jaguar D. Saul helping Robin escape O'Hara, Monkey D. Dragon leading the Revolutionary Army to topple the current world government, Trafalgar D. Waterlaw contributing to the defeat of Doflamingo, Kaido, and Big Mom, and without a doubt having a much larger role ahead of him later in the series. On the topic of Law, he revealed that the D initial is a secret initial, and that members of the D clan are supposed to keep it a secret, which makes me wonder, how many other members of the D clan are still out there in secret? How many have we already seen? And like Law, they are hiding the fact that they are members of the D clan. I have thought of a few characters that I believe may be members of the D clan in secret, as well as compelling reasons why they could be members of this mysterious clan. Before we get started, recent events in the manga have led to the reveal that Nefertari Cobra being a member of the D clan, making a very strong case for Vivi also being a member of the D clan. Since this is pretty much confirmed, I will not be speculating about Vivi in this video. Now, let's get started. Starting off strong, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, red-haired Shanks. Now there's a whole host of reasons why Shanks could be a member of the D clan. Let's start at the beginning. Now this part will be slight spoilers for One Piece Film Red, so if you've not seen the movie and don't want to be spoiled, you can skip to this part of the video. In One Piece Film Red, after it was revealed that Uta was Shanks' daughter, the Gorosei mentioned that she would be a part of the Figureland family, strongly implying that Shanks is also a member of this Figureland family. Also in the film, after Shanks finds Uta in a treasure chest, it is implied that Roger and his crew also found Shanks in a similar way. In One Piece chapter 1086, we are introduced to Saint Figureland Garling, the former king of God Valley. Now if we put all of this together, we have Shanks, the possible son of Garling, or at the very least, a member of the Figureland family, found as a baby on God Valley during the God Valley incident. Now how does any of this make Shanks a member of the D clan, you may be asking? Why would the Figurelands give up one of their own? The answer to that one is simple. Shanks could be the product of a forbidden union between a celestial dragon and a member of the D clan. Sure, Shanks' mother could be a random woman who isn't a member of the D clan, but Imu mentioned that people who currently carry the D initial do not know its true meaning. And then we look at Shanks, a man who was on the crew of the Pirate King, in the company of many people who know the meaning of the D initial. It wouldn't be crazy for Shanks to also know the true meaning of the D initial by now. Shanks has also been on a mission. Shanks was on Fuchsia Village, most likely looking for Portgas D Ace, but finding an inspiring Monkey D Luffy instead, the person who would go on to eat the mythical Zoan sun god Nika fruit, a fruit that Shanks specifically hunted down. Shanks also tried to prevent the battle between Portgas D Ace and Marshall D Teach, and now he is monitoring Teach's movements very closely. For such a carefree pirate, his actions have been very calculated. Shanks may be a member of the D clan that actually understands the meaning of the D initial, and that knowledge drives his actions throughout the story. Being a celestial dragon, that would explain why he was able to have an audience with the Five Elders, and why he was respected by Sengoku. And since he is part celestial dragon, Shanks is also not the man Roger is waiting for to claim the One Piece. But since Shanks knows that he is not the man Roger is waiting for, he went out to find that man instead, leading to his fateful encounter with Luffy, and the story we are all enjoying today. And after Luffy emerged as Joy Boy, Shanks has a sudden interest in finding the One Piece, almost as if it was a part of his plan all along. And there is still more to this. When Blackbeard and Ace clashed, Van Augur referred to this as a crossroads of fate. Whilst there is no exact definition for this, my interpretation is that a crossroads of fate is when two members of the D clan fight, and this is done to prolong the inevitable clash between Luffy and Blackbeard. Blackbeard was targeting Luffy, but Ace found him instead. He no longer needed Luffy by the time they ran into each other at Impel Down. Luffy, Law, and Kid all left Wano at the same time, but it was Trafalgar D. Law who ended up facing Blackbeard. It could have easily been Luffy or Kid to take this path, but fate had other plans. Then we get to Shanks, who was already set on a collision course with Blackbeard. Shanks D. Figureland versus Marshall D. Teach, the final crossroads of fate that prevents Luffy from facing Blackbeard once and for all. Now we get into some more speculation. Let's talk about Koby and Smoker. I don't believe both Koby and Smoker are members of the D clan, but I do think at least one of them is. Let's start with Koby. Some people really forget how important Koby is to the overall story of One Piece. Before Luffy met any of his crew members, his first friend on his journey was Koby, and Oda placed Koby in direct opposition to Luffy, as a marine. Oda clearly has big plans for Koby in the future, and like I mentioned at the start of the video, the D clan members always leave their mark on history. Koby has already become somewhat of a hero within the Marines, thanks to his involvement in the Rocky Port incident, an event that involved Law, Blackbeard, and Koby, 2 confirmed members of the D-Clan, and if this theory is right, 3 members of the D-Clan. Garp stormed the island of Hachinoso to save Koby from Blackbeard, referring to Koby as the future of the Marines, and this is no small feat either. Garp is the legendary hero of the Marines, with Koby recently getting a similar title. In a way, Koby parallels Garp, which would make it likely that he is also a member of the D-Clan. Then we get to Smoker. This might sound weird, but I don't think his actual name is just Smoker. I highly doubt his mother looked at him as a baby and named him a Smoker. Smoker is likely a name given to him by people around him. There was already a precedent set for this in the story. Frankie's real name is Cutty Flam, but everyone calls him Frankie. The same could apply to Smoker. As a child, Smoker watched Roger's execution and even respected Roger to a degree, and he has taken a keen interest in capturing Luffy. The D initial is a secret initial, and if Smoker knows this, that could be why he is so interested in Luffy, as another member of the D-Clan who chose a different path and became a pirate. Smoker is a fairly relevant character within the Marines, and Oda may have more planned for him than just being a named punching bag. A member of the worst generation and current ally of the Straw Hats. If you put Egghead and Punk Hazard side by side, the parallels are immense. The crazy weather around both islands, a giant fish trying to eat the Thousand Sunny near both islands, the islands themselves being home to world-renowned scientists, a supernova being on both islands, and having beef with the scientists in question. I could go on, but you get my point. Bonnie also parallels Law in many ways. They are both supernovas who were not with their crew at the time, they both team up with the Straw Hats, and they both have direct ties to warlords. Law's ties to Doflamingo, and Bonnie's ties to Kuma. And whilst Doflamingo was a celestial dragon, Kuma is the polar opposite, being a part of the revolutionary army that is directly opposed to the celestial dragons and the world government. Law's fruit has the ability to grant eternal youth, and given Akainu's reaction to Bonnie's escape, her fruit may be more important than it seems at first glance. Given all the parallels she has with Law, she may also be a member of the D-Clan that helps Luffy in the final saga, much like Law did in the first half of the New World. Bonnie is not remotely close to Law's level in strength, but she doesn't have to be. Just her being a member of the D-Clan would make her more important than most of the other supernovas. And given her fruit's potential, she could be just as important as Law is in the future. It is very possible that Kuma joined the warlords to protect Bonnie, because he knows just how important she is, and how badly the world government would want her. Bonnie is also with the Straw Hats on Egghead Island, which is about to have an event that will shake the world, meaning that Bonnie will also leave her mark on history as a contributing factor for this historic event. Now these last two may come as a surprise to many of you, but I'm sure many of us remember when Oden fell during the Hour of Legend. In his final moments, he smiled, which is a signature of the D-Clan members when faced with the end. This one actually makes more sense in hindsight. The ancient kingdom that fell during the Void Century had many allies, from giants, fishmen, Skypians, minks, and even the country of Wano. The Nefertari family chose not to become celestial dragons, but they do have ties to the D-Clan. And Saul is a giant, but he is also a member of the D-Clan. Members of the D-Clan can really come from anywhere. The Kozuki clan being part of the D-Clan is not so far-fetched. We know that they were allies with the ancient kingdom, and that they were given the incredibly important job of creating poneglyphs, and that knowledge has been passed down throughout their family for over 800 years. A task of such importance might have to be filled by the D-Clan themselves, and like other D-Clan members before him, Oden did leave his mark on history, being the main reason why Roger was able to reach Raftel, become the Pirate King, and start the Great Pirate Era. The Kozuki have been the ruling shoguns of Wano for a very long time, and it is known throughout their family that Wano was home to the ancient weapon Pluton. The ancient kingdom would not task just anyone with the safeguarding of the ancient weapon, but they chose the Kozuki clan. A family this important could very well be a part of the D-Clan, giving further meaning to Oden's sacrifice and giving Momonosuke a much larger role to fill in the future of the story. But this is my list. I feel that there are some compelling reasons for all of these characters, but tell me what you think. Do you agree with my list? And who do you think is most likely to be a member of the D-Clan? Shanks, Koby, Smoker, Bonnie, Oden, Momo, or none of the above? Are there any other characters you think could be members of the D-Clan? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked this video, you may like one of these as well. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video or dislike if you didn't, and consider subscribing for more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.